8:23, welcome back. The countdown officially on, less than 2 weeks. Back to school, kids, parents, it's happening. That's why we brought on Dr. Shimi Kang, author of The Dolphin Parent, all kinds of great ideas for managing anxiety. And I love the way you put this, of putting the spin on it, that it's excitement. And how do we do that? How do we move from anxiety to excitement with this process?
It's the same biological process. So anxiety makes us feel kind of nervous inside, our stomach's going, our heart's racing, and that's all what we feel with excitement too. So it's a reframe, and try to see anything that causes us anxiety can also be perceived as excitement. So it's an important reframe for parents, because this is the age of anxiety. It's very common, it's everywhere, and for parents themselves to check in and make sure that they are aware of their own anxiety and try to turn it into excitement too.
And as you mentioned, parents trying to reframe that energy. If we're reframing in the next 2 weeks, I mean, introducing new routines to get ready for back to school, obviously important. What are some great ideas of what parents can do right now to get set for the first or second week of September?
So kids are on a spectrum. Some are going to be more anxious, others are more excited. So the ones that are more anxious, you really want to establish routine early, like you mentioned. Take them to the school, try to introduce them to any teachers, show them the schoolyard, ask them what is it that you're worried about or nervous about, and you'll be amazed what they say. They may say something like, my pencil's not going to work, or I'm worried about that kid from last year, or which teacher I'm going to get. So really sit down and have that conversation. Tell them that you're not there to solve every problem, because kids sometimes don't want that. Ask what their solution to that problem or worry might be first.
And that was really good, because the other point I was thinking is, how do you foster that culture of independence for the kids where you don't want to be too overbearing, because there is that excitement and idea of meeting new friends, meeting new teachers. How do you approach that conversation, parents to kids, to embrace this idea of stepping out of your comfort zone?
Yes, because we don't want to be overprotective. This helicopter parenting actually contributes to anxiety. So ask them what they're worried about, ask for their solutions, give them time to come up with them. Even though you think it may not be the right answer, let them try. Let them make the mistake and then go back and say, how could we do it different? Offer guidance. Always say guidance more as opposed to instruction. There's a big difference between guidance and instruction. Guidance will lead to independence and empowerment. Instruction leads to more anxiety.
And what are some of the triggers that parents can watch for if they're getting their children set, they're going through establishing these routines, but they want to watch for those signals to say something is okay, and if the children are communicating, what are the triggers to watch out for?
So kids that you want to watch out for would be ones with more severe symptoms, physical symptoms of headaches, stomach aches, school refusal, absolutely refusing to go to school, refusing to eat in public, go to the bathroom in public, these types of things. You want to take more time with those children. You want to make sure that they're not sleep deprived, make sure they're not hungry, make sure their biology is stable, their physical body, and then give them some tools. Things like deep breathing can really help reduce anxiety. Give them some statements to say to their teacher and say, you know, I'm feeling anxious, I need a little bit of a break, I'm going to go to the bathroom and take some deep breaths. Problem solve with them, of course. Talk to your family doctor if you feel that it's really out of control and you might need an intervention. But even severe anxiety can be treated. We treat it all the time. I have tons of kids in my practice. And really the message is to be optimistic. We can get through this.
And you know, one of the keys that you mentioned right there with these triggers to watch out for, sleep deprivation. For any parent out there, I know it's going to be a big challenge for you to think, how do I convince my child to go to bed early right now? That's a tough sell. How do you make that part fun to establish that aspect of the routine?
That's hard. I have 3 kids at home, the sun is shining, and you want them to have fun the last week of summer, but you want to be that dolphin parent, firm but flexible. So say, look, school time, bedtime is 8:30, but 11 o'clock is not okay. Let's meet halfway. Let's start shaving down an hour, 45 minutes. So you're moving in the right direction, and explain to them why. Explain to them that when school starts, it's going to get busy. I don't want you to fall behind. Or ask them, what do they think they should be doing about their bedtime? You'd be surprised. Deep down, they know that they need sleep. They function better with sleep. But you want to really empower them, encourage them to sit with you in all these decisions.
Is ice cream involved with this negotiation, by the way?
Yeah, well, see, I want it in the summer, too. So I'll actually keep them up to go for a late-night ice cream.
Yeah. All right, baby steps along the way. The book is The Dolphin Parent. Dr. Shimi Kang, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.